welcome to Gierok Farms. In today's video, we are going to be raking some hay here to start off. We got a couple acres of hay laying on the ground and we're going to try to make some dry hay out of it. We might bale half the field today. It's a beautiful drying day so far, but ideally it could use another day on the lower half of it. So we're gonna go rake it now and see what we can make of the day. If you guys are in the Midwest, you know it hasn't been an ideal year for making dry hay. So Dad, he's already taken off with the 686 in the other rake. I got the 1650 with the rake, and I'm gonna go help him out so we can rake that fast. Then we'll probably take a look at the baler, put some more twine in it, grease it, get it ready to go, and possibly do some baling today. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go rake some hay. New Holland roll bar rake like this, try to drop it down and keep it fairly even, and you want it touching the ground enough so that it's catching that hay and any of that plant matter you want, but not digging on the ground. And we'll test it out by going for a while, and when we stop it should be able to freewheel and not just come to a complete stop. But we don't want to freewheel too fast where we're leaving hay behind. You can tell the dogs are enjoying this beautiful day. And would you look at the windrows Dad's making? That is a huge windrow. The one nice thing about all this rain this year is we got some tons out here. We have some really good yield. When it comes to this field, we're thinking this lower part that he's on, that's probably gonna be wetter and might wait till tomorrow, but we're rolling it over so the other side of it dries. But then that top half up there, that should be dry enough today. The bottom side of that is pretty dry already.
I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff underneath ain't gonna dry out unless we roll it anyway.
I don't think that's too bad. It looks a little uneven. Try that. See how that does. If anything, I think I might drop it down one. It seems like I'm leaving a little. 1650 Oliver ran out of gas. We have a hunch that gas is getting in the oil. It smells like gas when you pull the dipstick. And I think it's using gas faster than normal. Personally, part of me wants to rebuild that engine. But the other side of me is, you know, does it really make a whole lot of sense to keep putting money into a tractor like that? Granted, everything else on it's pretty nice, the transmission and the power steering and the hydraulics and the tires are good yet, and it's kind of a toss-up in my opinion. So for all you red guys out there, the 686 is gonna finish raking, get us to the finish line for today. I think we're gonna for sure bale some of this today. It is very dry. The only thing that isn't really dry is this lower half here. But even by the end of the day, it might be really nice and dry. There's something I wanted to stop and mention here while Dad's raking yet. It might be obvious to some, but I want to talk about how regenerative old grass hayfields are and how there really are low maintenance, self-managing type fields, yet very productive, especially on a year like this where we're harvesting it a lot later after we take this first cut, then we're grazing it afterwards. The cows are fertilizing it for us, and the grasses that are growing and harvesting are reseeding themselves, especially in a situation like this where the stand got very mature and a bit old. Like if you look at the ground here, you see all those seeds that are falling off the grass as we're harvesting it. And there's plenty of residue. We obviously can't cut the entire plant off. We can't scalp the ground. So those seeds have a very nice fresh start, especially if it's gonna rain now after we harvest this hay, then some of those seeds will take. It's a very regenerative crop if you think about it. And it's a very diverse crop as well. There's a lot of different grasses out here. It's not just a mono crop situation out here. So he's about done raking. Once he's done raking, we'll head back up to the yard, probably get the baler ready. I'll bring some fuel back down here for that Oliver. We're just gonna leave it down here for now. We'll use it to push the back cut once we've baled it some. Dad just blew out the baler. He's gonna put some twine in. Mason and I are hooking up these wagons right now. Probably haul the two together over there, and then the one the baler can probably haul. And then we got a couple more down by that other shed over there, which is right next to the field, so that's gonna work out good.
goes around, loop goes around, same way. And I think we can't leave these tails too short. The idea is you want this small and smooth. You don't want this and I maybe should have left a little more there. Maybe like that much. See, it's got to fit through the eye of the needle.
First load is back in the yard and we're still able to drive into the bull barn here. And once it gets too high, then we'll have to mess around like elevator or throwing it over the gate over here or something like that. We'll come up with something, but as of right now, we should be able to get at least 2 more loads in here like this. That first load baled okay. He did wrap a little on the pushers, or whatever you want to call them, the fingers that shove it over into the plunger. a couple wagons for Dad so he can fill them up. It looks like he's gonna just keep going around here for a while. He's still doing some of the rows on the bottom. It's all good hay. It's drying out even down there by the waterway.
Another one out. A lot of stuff there. There's going to be about 2,400 bales in there.
And that is gonna be it for the video. We had a pretty solid day. Dad stopped with just 3 loads. So tomorrow him and Owen are gonna finish off the rest when Mason and I go back to work. He thinks he can fit it all on the wagon, so that'll work out good. It's yielding really well. He's gotta take his time with the baler. The windrows are so big. It's definitely can't complain when it comes to making hay like this, that's for sure. And tomorrow it's gonna be even drier and even nicer. So thank you for sticking to the end. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you next time.